Walk into almost any store, and you will see something strange. A shirt is $19.99. A pair of headphones is $49.99. Something that could simply cost $10 instead costs $9.99. And everybody understands what is happening. $9.99 is basically $10. So why bother? Why have retailers spent decades removing a single cent from perfectly round prices? The obvious answer is psychology. $9.99 looks cheaper than $10. But wait, that answer creates another question. Why? The difference is only 1 cent. If you are willing to pay $9.99 for something, it seems absurd that $10 should suddenly feel expensive. Yet experiments suggest that our perception of prices is not always perfectly smooth. One explanation is known as the left digit effect. When we read a price, we process the digits from left to right, and the first digit can have an outsized influence on how large the number feels. Consider two prices, $2.99 and $3. Mathematically, they are separated by almost nothing. Psychologically, however, one begins with 2. The other begins with 3. Researchers Manoj Thomas and Vicky Morwitz tested this idea across a series of experiments. They found that prices just below a round number could sometimes be perceived as meaningfully lower than the nearly identical round price. But there was an important condition. The effect was strongest when the leftmost digit actually changed. So $2.99 compared with $3 can create a stronger perceptual difference than $3.69 compared with $3.70. That tells us something important. The final 9 is not magic. The boundary is. $9.99 sits just below 10. $49.99 sits just below 50. $99 sits just below 100. The price remains mentally connected to the lower category, at least sometimes. But perception is one thing. Do people actually buy more? Researchers Air Ikender Sun and Dun Kun Sim Ease Ter tested 9 ending prices in real retail settings. Instead of simply asking customers which price looked cheaper, they varied catalog prices and observed actual purchasing behavior. In some of their experiments, a price ending in 9 produced greater demand than nearby prices. That is remarkable because in certain comparisons, the 9 ending price was not even the cheapest option. So customers were not simply responding to a lower mathematical number. The ending itself appeared to communicate something, and that leads to another layer. A price does more than tell you how much money to pay. It can also send a message. A price like $49.99 can look like a bargain price. A clean $50 can feel more deliberate, more premium, more confident. Research on price endings suggests that consumers can associate different styles of prices with different kinds of products and positioning. That means a retailer has 2 problems. What should this product cost? And what should the price look like? Those are not always the same question. A luxury restaurant may prefer a clean round price because it does not want you thinking about bargain hunting. A discount retailer may have the opposite goal. The strange little 9 can become part of the store's language. It says value, deal, discount, maybe even clearance. But there is an important warning here. It is tempting to turn psychological pricing into a magic trick. Put a 9 at the end and sales increase. That is not what the research shows. The effect depends on context. It can depend on the other prices being compared, the product, how close the price is to a round number, what customers expect, and what the price ending communicates. Sometimes a round price can even fit the product better. So why are prices so often $9.99? Not because shoppers literally believe $9.99 is nowhere near 10, and not because 1 cent has extraordinary economic value. It is because prices are interpreted, not merely calculated. We notice boundaries. We give extra weight to certain digits, and we learn signals from the way retailers present prices. The 1 cent difference can change the first digit. The changed digit can alter perception, and the familiar 9 ending can suggest that something is priced to look like a deal. So the next time you see something priced at $19.99, the interesting question is not whether you know it is basically $20. Of course you do. The interesting question is why the store still prefers 19. And the answer is that your brain can understand the arithmetic perfectly while your perception still notices the boundary.